Howdy gamers, welcome back. Hang on, controller overlay. Gosh, there we go. Welcome back. Happy Friday. How are we all doing today? Let me just check. Mic's working, game's working, chat's on. I think we should be good to play the virtual video game. Oh, hang on. So the FPS sort itself out. And we are good. So, hello everybody. Welcome. We are on round number 7 this week. We are at Old Millville. And another very outside dominant, very, very fast-paced track. Can't be as harsh on this one for being really quick because I made multiple comments during the real life stream that the track will look disgustingly quick and everyone was going 100 miles an hour. So I can't actually hate on it too much. So we're going to see how today goes. We are rocking, let's show you the drip today. We are rocking the anniversary bike skin, and we got a cheeky little, I don't even know, I think this is 25.7 FXR gear that Ben sent me over today. And then an old helmet with an old skin on it because it annoys Ols and it's funny. But I am wearing a pair of boots that Ols sent to me. These are the United Kingdom boots that are around Nations, I believe. So we should be in for hopefully a very good time today. And I want to try and be in with a little bit more of a positive attitude during this race. Because whilst I thought I was quite, like, chill in the race last week, but I think it came across as, like, too negative when it was more meant to be, like, middle of the road. It was more pointing things out rather than actually complaining. But I did have a couple of different people saying it was kind of killing the whole vibe, so I'll try and be a bit more upbeat today. Just go through the motions and have a little race around and see how it goes. The good news is there is a couple more braking bumps on this track than we've had in the past couple of weeks. I just don't know if they actually slow you down enough as necessary, so it's going to be really, really quick. If I was to throw out my early predictions, I think the top 450 boys will get underneath the 1 minute 50s. I think they'll be in 49s, because I ran a 52 in testing, and I usually am like 2.5 seconds off the top boys. So we'll see how that all goes all together. But hope we're all doing well. Hope you're all happy for the work or school week to be over, depending on where you are in the world. The weekend is here. Get to have a good time. Where are we at next week, or is there a week off? Actually, where are we racing tomorrow, real life, or is it a week off? I have no idea. I never know what the schedule is ahead of time. I think I completed 4 laps of the track in testing prior to this. So that's why I'm actually spending a bit of time riding around now before qualifying starts, whereas usually I wouldn't be too bothered by it. Still need to learn the track a little bit, but it does seem very, very outside strong. Very outside strong indeed. I'm hoping that it will kind of... I don't know what road they're going to run, because people complained about the higher road last week, but I think the higher road last week actually saved the track, because it forced people to change their lines up a little bit. So I'm hoping they keep it on the higher end. Maybe not as high, but I'm hoping that, at least in Moto 2, we can start switching our lines around a little bit again today. And the only other, let's say, like, gripe that I think I have with the track straight away on just what I noticed at the beginning bases, the jumps feel really, really small. Like, I have to check up or scrub absolutely everything really hard, but I imagine that they're using all the exact same scaling, so maybe it's just to do with track layout and just how much speed we carry now. Oh, I don't remember having to scrub everything this hard in last year's one. But again, I know bikes have changed, the style of the track is slightly different as well. You'll scrub this really hard, although I think they do that in real life. This is going to be super inside dominant, because if you hug tight inside, firstly no one's going to pass you, then also you get to open up that middle rut for yourself. One thing this track does struggle with, which actually isn't an aerial track crew issue, it's just the way the real life layout is, because there's a lot of inside rollers in a lot of these corners. In real life it makes things quite even, but unfortunately in game it does make it very outside heavy, because anytime you can go around these rollers rather than actually going in them, you go so much faster. And there is a way you can, there you go, double up and over that to give you a nice straight fast run through this roller section. I tried messing around with some different ruts here, like kind of seeing if I can go middle rather than far outside, and if you want to try and make a pass, I think that could be viable, because then you end up taking people's lines away afterwards. And I thought there was a way you could scumbag up here and stay like super low, and you kind of can. I need to see if it helps your lap times count. But the inside of the bottom of this hill, I don't think anyone's going to get used unless this outside gets really, really boofed. Because it's just so, so slow in comparison to the outside. I mean, I'm 1.5 seconds up on my 52 right now, so that would put me into the 51s. So maybe, yeah, I think the other top boys will probably get into the 48s. I also think the top boys are probably going to be able to send it down Mount Martin a lot quicker than I can. I think to check up a little bit, I haven't quite got the braking bumps right at the bottom yet, which is nice though. I like that. I like that I have to check up a little bit. If I hit them wide open, I think it's more of a luck-based thing. I think you could hit it 10 times wide open, get away with it once on like a lap, and the other times you'll just go flying off the track. After pit lane, the double before the tabletop has a low line on the right. Oh, God. So if there is a... okay. If there is a low line, we will find it. Let's have a look. And the track isn't all one traction today either. It changes from sand to normal soft soil a couple of times. So far right, so if you mean exit this. I'm guessing you mean this little double here before this tabletop. It didn't look super low. It might just be a norms thing as well with how they've textured the track. Or do you mean like jump in here, for example, like almost off the side? Because I noticed on this uphill over here, before the Chadapult, you can... God damn it. Either on the far left or the far right, you can basically ride off the track and stay really, really low. So we'll see how that develops and that unfolds. But let's get her going. This, so, general positivity aside, because I do think this track's a little bit better than last week's, I don't like the pit situation that we've got here. It's a little bit chaotic. It's not the best place to spawn. But just wanted to get that out there, sorry. Thank you very much, Zev. Yes, good luck to everybody in qualifying. Hope it all goes well for you. So we got 30 minutes now. Again, I don't... To me, so far this year, this is my personal experience, not across the board, I feel like qualifying hasn't meant really anything to me. Because it seems like if I qualify 4th or if I qualify 12th, I still seem to end up in the same place in the races anyway. So like last week I qualified in 12th, and then I almost had a 3-4 overall, but it ended up being like a 13-4 because I ran out of fuel with a couple of corners left to go. So we'll put more fuel in today, that's for sure. We'll fill the big girl up. If you get this right, you can, there you go, triple all the way in. Try and hug this a little bit, or a bit too much. You go to the far right here, you can miss out all the bumps on the exit of this corner. You saw how much time I gained there on the Yamaha in front of me. And I'm pretty sure you can like low line up and stay super low here, although it does make this next left-hander a bit tighter for you. But yeah, unless with the road, unless this outside gets super, super deep, I really don't see any point in going tight inside there. The outside is a lot quicker. My gearing might let me down a little bit going up this hill, I'll be honest. I think second gear's a bit boggy, but then first gear's a bit too much on a limiter. Oh, there you go. I didn't feel like I was trying to push that too hard either, I checked up a little bit. Yeah, I think that downhill right there, making it into that corner and doing it fast will be the make or break for a lot of people's hot laps. That was annoying actually, I feel like that was quite a nice lap up to that point. Got no idea who number 19 is, that's just set a 150, but there you go. The fast lap times already, pit set a really fast one as well. Don't know if people were changing their names again or if I'm just having a blank moment. The 58 with a crash, not too shabby. Ah, front end gave away. Let's have a look. Who is that at the top? Springs Smeggy Creek. I got no idea who number 19 is, I'll be honest. Track has more flow than last year. Yeah. I mean, if you think flow is a good thing on a pro track, then yeah, I suppose that's good, but I don't think that's a good criteria, to be honest. I mean, it makes it more popular for the community, but last year's track was definitely a better racetrack, I think. It was harder, that's for sure. It definitely caused you to have to check up in some places. Oh! That's what the sand traction will do for you. Oh, I think number 19 is Dylan. So Dylan's changed his name. Tell you, the admins aren't going to like people changing their names so much, because I think it makes the SMX points a pain in the arse to try and calculate at the end of the season. Let's follow Dylan, see where he goes. Off the track, I don't want to follow him there. Oh, I feel slow through these rollers, I'm not getting them very clean. Thought my back wheel was going to go off the side of the track there. Oh, I had to shut off. I thought I was going to get away with doing it wide open, then I had to shut off last second. Jesus Christ, I didn't mean to whip like that. Oh, now I'm falling off the side. No! Keep her going! Oh, for God's sake. It's so sketchy, man. The speed that we have to go is so ridiculous. Yeah. Jump to the inside. Ooh, I thought I was going to make that inside right for a second then. Slightly better lap, but we can still definitely knock like another 2-3 seconds off that. Life is a highway. I wanna ride it all night long. If you're going my way. I'm not getting a good run through these at all. I don't know if it's worth me just going around the outside instead. Let me try middle here compared to outside. That wasn't bad. Oh, you bugger. Definitely making this left too tight. Oh, there goes the front end. Yeah, definitely making that left too tight for myself. I need to remember to jump over to the right hand side of the track a bit more. Bike is just my bike. It's not downloadable. Just a skin made for moi. Where's the finish line? There it is. Ooh. Is it negative to explain why I crashed there, or is it just making a statement? Because the reason I crashed was I couldn't see where the bloody rut was from the roost in front of me. So I'm worried people think that I'm being negative when I'm just stating what happened. Try outsider. Oh yeah, so much better. And you're only losing a tiny bit of time on the entrance to gain a whole lot more through the whole run of them. At least from a consistency basis as well in the race, that would be a much better option to do. Right, jump further right, Linda. Over to the right. There we go. And then cut in. Nice. Oh, didn't turn touch sharp enough though. I had to hit a little transfer down the hill. Why am I in... I don't know why I shifted up to third gear there. It was not necessary. Oh my god, oh! Definitely, it almost feels luck-based down the hill sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I get kicked around a lot more than others. Well, that was a little bit of a better lap. Still like a second off a pit though, although pit does like a cheeky bit of outdoors. Trying inside. Not trying it again, literally lost 0.7 of a second just by daring to change my line. Yeah. 6.9 is probably more likely than a 1.1, I'll be honest. I'm not too bothered when it comes to the handlebars or on bikes. I just think that the stock bar pad, if you can call it a bar pad, that comes on the OEM Yamaha gross. The only reason I've got this normal bar installed is because when I was downloading Troy's skins for GPs this season, that is the model that he used and sent over, so I've just started using it as well. Yeah, it probably is quite a fun track to be fair, Troy. In terms of raceability though, it's very, very one-lined again. Very, very outside heavy. So I can't kind of hold this track to the same standards as some of the other ones this year, because in real life this track was just wide open everywhere. So I don't mind the overall pace this one being quicker. But doesn't mean it's going to be good for racing. Front end strike going on me 2 or 3 times in that same corner there. Behave yourself, please. try first gear rather than second. It seemed to work out about the same. Oh, missed the rut cut down. That's going to be so much slower. Yeah, that's annoying. And over we go. Nice. I'm good, thank you, Joe. It's kind of looking like I'm going to end up around P12 again in quali, just based on this one group alone. Hopefully we end up with a very similar race result as last year. Well, last round. Like, why couldn't... no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to get annoyed. I'll say it in a nice, casual, passive way, not aggressive. Why couldn't have we had just a tiny bit more of rut there in the middle to make a viable middle line instead of having the wide open outside or the incredibly slow inside roller? That's all I'm saying. It hasn't, even the middle rut hasn't got to be as big as the outside, because then obviously the middle would become really, really OP. But why can't we just have something, like a little token gesture to bank our wheels off of? See, not the only one having that issue. Oh, into the shark fin we go. It's not looking good, Rev. Oh, we've been having some stinky qualies recently. Some very stinky qualies. You like the drawing thumbnails? Thank you. That's what happens when I don't make the thumbnail until 7 PM and the track comes out at 7:30 PM. So I don't have much time left. Oh, get away from the fucking shark fin, please. Ah. That's a big old skill issue. Stein's gone 2.4 seconds quicker. Jesus Christ. I think even on a perfect lap for me, I've probably got like another second in me max, not 2.4. Crazy, crazy. I might just fuck it off, to be honest. I might just leave with 14 minutes left. There's no point me sitting here grinding my arse off for a couple of attempts. Oh, Jack's got... Well, you can't see it, it's behind the controller. Ooh. Let's be grateful today. Grateful for what? I'm not grateful for having very one-lined OP tracks for a pro race series, if that's what we're implying. I'm grateful for to get a new track in the game. And if we wasn't racing on it, then I think everyone's opinions would be completely different. But I almost feel like there's no testing that goes into these. When you take, like, let's take Aiden's DDC tracks, for example. I know obviously they're custom tracks, so you can spend a bit more time on them. They're not replicas as such. But even on a Supercross track, he takes the time to make sure there's multiple viable rhythm lanes that you can do. Whereas this year's outdoors, we just have go outside. That's all it is. Da, 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 da. There's no fragile ego involved with someone that's been doing it for 5 years telling you what tracks need to be better. Because we have had very good tracks. We've had very, very good tracks this year. They've just been the GP series made by B. Clay. Almost all of them have had multiple viable lines in every single corner, so it's not just a case of hating for the sake of hating. I've spun far, far, far too many laps on this game in general to not know what makes for a good racetrack. Inside rough, outside smooth. I mean, if you want to put it in just simple black and white terms, yes, but that's not what it is here. This is outside, not shutting off wide open, inside too rough, plus inside roller to stop you from going fast at all. So I mean, I'd love that concept to work. I really would. But I think you have to switch the tracks up a little bit to make them work better with the game. And it's definitely doable. Because again, we had them in GPs. So I'd be frothing at the mouth every single week if we had the GP tracks. But then I've also noticed is, it seems that the general community overall like this style of tracks more as well. Because there's a couple of pros that decided not to race the DDC Supercross race the other day just because, pretty much in their word, is it wasn't fast enough. Like, you have to slow down a little bit. So it's definitely different wants from different people. I think the only saving grace, so like last week's track, for example, was the road was really high. So he was forced to change lines in Moto 2 specifically. I'm hoping that we get something similar to that today. And contrary to popular belief, I don't go into every single one of these weeks wanting to dislike it. I like going into it trying to then be open-minded, but then very, very, very quickly get reminded as to, oh, it's just another week of the same stuff. I'm tempted to try and shorten my second gear a little bit just for this one hill. I'm wondering how much of an effect that'll have on me for the rest of the track though. I'm a bit worried. Yeah, 0.6 quicker. I'm into the 49s, but only just. Yeah, another 1.8 seconds on that is pretty crazy work. Okay, I went 0.6 quicker and I didn't change position at all. I'm in a little bit of a no man's land in the middle here for me. I say I'm just biding my time until MTG comes out. I'm just going through the motions. It's like if you rewind that last lap back and you see how long that right trigger is all the way down for, it just, I don't know, doesn't make too much sense for me. But it could just be the game itself that doesn't play well with it. No, the game does entice you to try and go just wide open. Whereas, at least the gameplay that I've played on MTG so far, it does force you to take your time and be more patient. Just the overall speed of the game isn't as quick as MX Bikes is. I can't fucking see again! Oh, love it. It'd be nice to have a little toggle to be able to turn people off. Because if I can't hit them, what's the point of me being able to see them? Is MTG more realistic scaling? Yes, I would say so. But it can be more realistic scaling because the gameplay is slower. Whereas if you obviously on one-to-one scale on MX bikes, you're just going to overjump the shit out of everything because the game is so quick. Oh, Jimoda, is that meant to be Joe Shimoda? Very disappointed for old Sushi at Millville, I'll be honest, with the bike issue. But then again, if he didn't have the bike issue, we wouldn't have got the poetry that is J-Mart winning his last ever moto. Enough to make a grown man cry. Someone's car alarm is going off outside. That is very distracting. Okay. Thank you for that sand traction. I see. No, MTG is not third person only. There is a first person, there's just no rider at the moment, so first person looks pretty ugly. Yeah, I'm gonna just wait till the race. Yeah, there is no point in me just spinning laps. Will it let me... And again, W game. Steiner is not in the pair. We go. It finally lets me go to him. Oh, Liam, welcome to stream. That is so loud in my ears. Holy. I hope that's not too loud for you boys. I am well, thank you. The track is just another track.
How's the track?
Nothing special. Very, very similar vibes to last week. Just really, really quick. So basically my, like, anti-style. But thank you very much for the 5. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll sit and have a little watch of some of the fast boys. So, I mean, you can see at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, down there, you've got the green bar below the speed. You can see, like, how much throttle's being used at any given point to give you an idea of how fast we're going. There you go, look. He made, what was it, like, that much of a mistake and has to reset because you just lose so much time. Because we're going so fast. Whereas if the whole pace was slower, that tiny, tiny little slide out wouldn't be so bad. I have not played MTG with a rider yet, no. The gameplay that you have seen online is the exact same build as I have in my Steam at the moment. Go in third person. I don't think it would make it more fun for me in third person. I'd struggle more. And just because it's so fast, and I struggle with where to put my front end in third person, where I can't see the front wheel. I was tempted to try a different bike today, but then I thought I'd also just get annoyed if I'm being out-dragged in a straight line. By Yamahas, basically. No, my version hasn't been updated in months. The actual, I guess, like the devs version, the stuff they play has been. I know, for example, like Reaper has a different version of the game than I do, because he's ridden a 450 before, and I've only been on a 250 so far. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky, isn't it, Gustavo? A little bit on the wonky side. I'm a really big fan of the hands not being on the handlebars, personally. So he's going all the way outside there, so missing all of the bumps out. I'll have to try and give that a go. Just such a narrow margin of error though, because as you're jumping that tabletop before it, you want to jump from left to right. But then you've got that aerial shark fin on the inside, like you have here, that is really easy to hit. And then you're trying to land and turn over sand bumps. So it's just all kinds of sketchy. I'll give it a go though in the race. But yeah, I ain't qualifying anymore. Nice little low line on the right. I think I tried that in testing and my lap time didn't count, so I'm curious to see if it was that or if it was another part of the track for me. Oh, he did. Let's watch Dylan as well. Take the pressure off of old Steiner. Nope, just kidding. Oh no, here we go. Oh, love. Yeah, that's the camera that I wanted for show. Da, 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 da. Spec mode would be nice. Oh, I'll tell you what, Dylan's rear suspension there looks so smooth. Like butter. I just realised that he doesn't have any boots on. Bro is legless. Yes, and you can't get your foot position on the pegs wrong if you have no feet. This is why he's at the top of his qualifying group right now. We need to learn from that. Yes, exactly. Saving on the weight. Half of the leg missing, no boots either. That does add up. It's going to help him. Well, whilst I remember, let me drivetrain. Just make second gear one click slower. Well, so one click shorter, I should say, sorry. I mean, he hasn't stopped the lap. I don't think he's on a better one just by how he hit the second set of rollers. Looks fairly smooth. Doesn't look like he's out of control anywhere at all. Yeah, I didn't go faster. He's just racking off the laps, getting them in. Cam's not in this session. I got no idea how he's doing so far. Probably very, very similar kind of area to the boys that we're watching now. Is this the place where that guy fell off the jump many meters high? No, that was... Well, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, that was our Locket in the Czech Republic. I've had a very unproductive day today. I went to sleep at about 3 AM last night. Slept like shit, woke up at 9. So I was really, really tired. Hopped on the PC, played for a bit. Slept again around midday. Played for a bit. Linda came home, we've made dinner. And now I'm here. So yeah, no, basically nothing. Nothing today. Oh, you mean the chatter poll? Oh yes, if so, yes. Oh, Steiner went quicker. Why do you have to go quicker after I stopped spectating him? What's Dylan doing here? He's going to the inside. I don't know if he's just trying it because he knows like his qualifying's done, basically, so he's just messing around. And he makes the tight inside there, which probably does save you a fair few temps than drifting out to the middle or the inside as well. Very hard to angle it where it's a blind jump. So there you go, 4th in this group. There's about 5 different groups, so I don't think it's going to work out to being about P20 because I don't think there's this many fast people in all of them. I'm probably going to be around 12th again, same as last week, which I don't mind because if the races go the same as last week, then chance for potential podium maybe. We'll see how it goes. That's all it is. That's all it is. The track is the track. Let's do a practice start since it's sand. I usually need the practice. Rock 9.2, that's why I ran at Redbud last week. In Moto 2 when I ran out in Moto 1. Favourite round so far? Round 1. Round 1's the only one that I think's been somewhat challenging. Maybe it's just Parler's layout that it doesn't let you get up to them really high speeds, but every other round after that's just been basically an AMS version. The outside gates are not sand. Oh, so they just copy and pasted last year's, basically. If that is the case, then you're probably better off going over to the far left at the start. I'll do a little practice gate drop and then we'll ride over there and see if that's the case. Because that was the same thing on last year's one as well. I thought they would fix that. See if this is sand. Sit down, middle, other way back. Yeah, okay, good. Yes, I do think a 57 would get you into Pro-Am. What? It's not even just the outside gates, it's... Stops here. Whatever gate this is, from here outwards is soft soil, and from here inwards is sand. So, I mean, I guess... if you started middle, oh, then it transfers to sand. Then it's all sand towards the end. That does add a little bit of strategy into the mix. Do you go inside and get a slightly worse start straight in the sand and have a better, I guess, position for turn 1? Or do you go more middle and get a better jump and then try and hold it wide open? Very interesting. But yeah, apparently that was the same thing on last year's. So you can definitely tell that the base has been copied over and then small changes made for this year's one. Unless it was intentional. Should we try some alternative lines? That shit. The reason it's poo is because you can hit the inside just as fast and not risk jumping off the side of the track. Oh. You're going the wrong way, sir! Any low lines up and over this? Not really. Oh, bless me. Sorry if that was loud in the microphone. Oh. There's no one. Oh, God. Got runny nose now. Can we step down that early? Oh, yeah. And then jump over some braking bumps. Oh, no. Oh, stop. Stop, please. Let's have a look. Is there any smooth way to get down this hill? Not really. They've done a pretty good job of making this all pretty choppy. I mean, this here, like basically slap bang in the middle, looks to be the smoothest. Like, can you see, like, exactly where my front wheel is now? There's like a lower point on the last 3 bumps going into the corner. Alternatively, you could try and be a freak and go all the way down here on the right, but then you make this inside way too tight for yourself. So I don't think it's really worth it. Noise gate saved me. Oh, thank God. I'm glad I got the filters on. Yeah, no comment. Server disconnected. Right. Gonna wait for the servers to go up. I'm going to go to the toilet real quick and blow my nose, and then we'll load into the race server. What? We're going to be staggered today, because 450s didn't go first IRL, did they? I'm 10th. I mean, that's a little bit better than last week, considering how far behind I am. Would my preview lap of a 53 get me in pros? It genuinely could do, to be honest. To be clear. It actually might. Yeah, back in a second. I'll only... I say a second. Two minutes. Damn, I was only, what was that? 2.5 seconds ahead of the cutoff time. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if I've ever been that close before. Why does my face cam look like that? And why has nobody said anything? Why is it so fuzzy? Does this help? Yes, it does. Turn the sharpness down by 1. Turn the brightness down a little bit. There's like a weird flickering effect. That actually might just be, that's part of the headset coming off. The ear bits are going. Alright. I think you're going to retire after this year. This shit's arse now, I can't lie. Aiden, you're not allowed to say that. Because if you say that, people get really upset about your negativity, even if it's true. God, I'm praying that MTG is more fun than this. No, I have the green screen thing turned off now, but that is a good shout. Because that was the issue before. Honestly, I was welling up a little bit for J-Mart winning that one last week. And I know this might be a controversial opinion, but I don't think Deegan quite had it for him anyway. I know that he backed it off towards the end, but there was a period of a few laps there at the halfway mark where that gap stayed at about 3 seconds. Deegan would be faster in the first half of the track, like through the rollers, and then J-Mart would put it out again before the finish line. And I think Deegan tried for a handful of laps in the middle and then just basically said, yeah, you have it. So I'm so happy to see J-Mart do that well. And what I love is, I'm guessing it's just because he's a short guy and he hasn't got that much leverage on the bike. I love how different J-Mart rides now compared to what is like the perfect technique, like the jet or chase technique. He just basically sits down, twists the throttle and just holds on for dear life. I was so happy. Yeah, I was so happy to see that live. Uh, 450 Pro Main. We are going already. Holy guacamole, as the cool kids say. Hang on, a couple of Discord announcements. That's Cupcake Stream. That is servers going up. Non-staggered 15-minute breaks in between motos. Holy. Just having a scroll through Ariel. 1 second. I'm not going to repeat anything that I said because then people are going to think it's me saying it. But just know, I am not alone in my opinions. So, what do we reckon, gamers? Do we go... I mean, I've got 10th gate pick. So, even if I wanted to go inside, I'm either going to end up here because none of the top boys are picking this because it's arse. Or I'm going to end up about here. Maybe I just... I can't remember how far it was. Shall we be sad? Shall we go and count? Nah, I've got a good start. I've got a good sand start technique anyway. Let's just eat it here. We'll see how it goes. I am still going to go and count though, just because there's not really any way of telling what kind of soil you're on before the gate drops. So if I try doing my sand start technique style, but I'm on soft soil, I'm going to loop the bike out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, gate 19, this one right here, gate 19 is when it goes to soft soil. So anything from 1 to 18 is hard. So I've gone for 29, so it's in reverse, so it'd be 40, the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this... It's frozen. This gate here is the first one that is soft soil. This gate here is sand. So I'm still going to try and go for a sand one, but when we load in, we'll see where we are on the gate, and we will adjust start technique accordingly, see how it goes. You can tell by doing a Linda launch. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, no, I didn't even think of that. When does Group B race? At the same time as this. So if you made it into Pro-Am, then your server is up now and you should be able to join it. Hello, Cameron. Wait, do you... Reed, do you like me today? You wasn't happy with me after Redbud. You said that I was getting it this round. You only got one man to beat today, Reed, and that is Mr. Callum Evans. I saw some jumps at the top of Mount Mountain, and I'm wondering if they've put the whole track in or if they've just done a couple of corners. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Fuck the main track. We've got more braking bumps on this one. We'll give this a ride, won't we? I have no clue where this goes. Oh, she's a bit of a stretch there. Or am I going the wrong way? Oh, I think I'm okay. Oh, shit. Skirt. As you get good at MX bikes, take the 250 hours that you currently have and times it by 8 to get to around 2,000 hours, and that is when a lot of the pro boys start doing well. Or start getting towards the top of pro. On the flip side, which is something you probably don't want to hear, some people don't ever get good. Sometimes it's a skill issue, and other times I don't think you want to get good, because once you get good and then you're then having bad days, it makes them bad days even more frustrating, because you know that you can be better than you currently are. Oh! Blood's going the wrong way. Shit, where does this go? I need to try and learn the track. I don't know where I'm going. At least we've got something to keep the fingers warm. It is difficult sometimes just sitting in the pits and then having to try and get into race mode. Yoid. Well, that's not very nice. Do you think that was racially motivated because I'm a Caucasian man? I heard Reed doesn't like the white folk. Damn. Reed down. Yeah, that's fair. You get good at what you put time into as well. I would say after 250 hours, having a 1 minute 30 on Forest is on the low end, though. So you might want to try and improve that time a little bit. Oh, he on X Games Marvel. Get me in replay. Oh, I got a load of everyone's bikes. Little 360 taunt back at old Reed. Oh yeah. Top 10 coldest gaming moments. We have got all 35 people, which is pretty impressive. Just waiting on Breezy and razor to sink in. Chance high must Millville start. I really don't think Chase's start was that bad. Chance's start was that bad, to be fair. Obviously, I know the crash that we are talking about, but I don't think it was too bad. But then the issue I have is, let's say I do want to just shut my brain off and ride as if I'm the only one on the track and ride through people. I then don't have a foot to stand on if I want to complain about other people being stupid, because then I'm doing it myself. Unless I do it, and I'll just be a hypocrite. Yellow plate means nothing. It's just because this bike is a retro bike. I think it's 70th anniversary for Yamaha, something like that. This is what the old bikes used to look like. They used to have yellow number plates. I don't know why the boys in the AMA didn't do it, but the people in the GPs did do it. And I am doing it because I think it looks quite nice. Or maybe it just means I'm a vet rider. That's all it is. Thank you very much, Reed. Oh, I would not recommend someone to force themselves to play ranked. I think that's like the #1 surefire way of making you fall out of love with the game. Like, that is a bit of a cesspit in there. And I don't think anyone's ever happy playing ranked. Anytime I go into the ranked Discord, there's always some sort of drama going on. Dab, I actually don't know the effect that it has in terms of physics, but you'll see from an animation side, you see how my foot's just kind of pointing down to the floor right now on the right hand side? That's dab. So if I was turning like this without dab, my leg would be in all the time, like it does every now and then when I get to a certain speed. But that right there, just as like, that is dabbing, where the foot's going down on the ground so I'm still leant over. It's like that transition from a leg being out to being like back on the pegs. And I don't know if it has a difference in terms of the actual physics of the bike, because I've tried switching multiple times and I really don't feel difference at all. Right. Oh, here we go. Let's lock the F in. And if we don't lock out, hang on. Okay, sand start, sand traction. And if we don't lock in, we can just try and vibe, basically. I'm going to look to my left when this gate drops to see what kind of start the people over that side get on the soft soil compared to our sand. I mean, I've got a pretty straight shot to turn 1. If I get a decent jump, I'm just not going to back off. I'm just going to be a dickhead and go. Alright, wish me luck. Oh my god. Did you see how far ahead he was on the normal soil start? I'm getting carried, and I'm dead. Couldn't turn right. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of people gone down in turn 1 there, so I still think we'll be in a fairly decent spot, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Really, who is beelining it off the side of the track? Oh, it's Pit. I just heard a bike wide open off the far left there. Very hard to see with all of this roofs going on. Oh god, Yoku's in here as well. Sorry, Yoku, coming through. Oh, this is sketchy. Oh! Look how slow it is out here, rather than just smooth line on the inside. Is that a wild cam I see on a Fantic? Jesus. And then we've all got to fall in line down here because the outside's disgustingly quick. Although if people go this slow on the outside, it might not be as quick. This is a very, very chaotic opening lap. Oh, I didn't want to be this far. Yeah, I don't mind Cam going by. He's going to pass me at some point anyway. Oh my god, he's killed him. Okay, that's the kind of drama that I want to stay out of. Just give me a nice, clean opening lap or two, and then let me do the rest of the race. We are in 9th. Not good, not bad. Kind of middle ground. We do now have a very, very one-lined part of the track, so unfortunately we have to just sit in behind and wait. It's okay. Cleoxy's back wheel didn't want to follow his front wheel. That happens in sand quite a lot, so we got a position there. Oh, my front wheel was trying to do a jet. Oh! Almost got over the bars. Help me. Oh! I mean, based on that pole shot that AL got, again, I'm guessing he was on the first soft soil gate, I don't really want to start on one of the sand gates again. Yeah, the fact that's even a thing is so funny to me. Any low lines up here? Let's just follow Cam. Far right. Oh my god, I've overjumped the shit out of it. Oh no. Okay, I've got enough of a drive on him. Jumping a little bit too far wide there. I would rather slow down a lot down that hill, lose 2 bike lengths each lap, rather than send it and risk crashing, because you roll so far if you crash. Well, I do now have Cleoxy in my bum cheeks. That is the downside, is people will catch up if they go fast down there. Shit. So the speed that these boys are able to charge some of these downhills at, I can't fathom. I feel like I'm going to wad myself straight away. Just going to take my time. Don't mind losing a little bit of time there. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. It might actually not be worth scrubbing that. I might as well just send it. Reed seemed to gain some good time on me there by sending that to flat. P5, like, I mean, after going down in turn 1, you can't be unhappy at a P5 after 3 laps. Lovely little Tokyo drift. Zero momentum. Very itchy nose, but I don't know any good places to take a hand off. Not many big jumps around here. Not like a Thunder Valley, for example, where you can get a big uphill triple and take your hand off. Yeah. Oh, shit. Because I had to straight air it and I got Jake on my booty cheeks. I think I need to follow that. If I'm going outside there, I need to follow it all the way outside, because I keep trying to cut down and just barely missing that rut. It doesn't really seem to be worth it. I'm very interested in how I'm getting the blue flag already, though. Should hope I'm not 2 minutes behind the leader. Outside's getting quite deep already. Intrigued to see how that ends up by the end of the race. It's ridiculous though how much more of a race person I am than a qualifying person. I consistently get outside the top 10 in quali and then I'll just casually be chilling in the top 5 in races. Don't jump back at the back. Oh. I don't even know who Fraser Pork is. What number is he? Number 10? I don't know who number 10 is. On a Fantic though. Might be one of the Moto Academy boys, I just don't know who number 10 is. I haven't seen Tyler today. Tyler's number 18, I think. Oh, watch them handlebars. Cam's got so many. I think Cam's got like 8 seconds of cuts already. Oh no, Tyler's in third. Never mind, I'm blind. I wasn't looking at farming and scoring well enough. Guy behind me's got a bunch of cuts as well. It's one thing that does tend to happen a lot on really fast-paced tracks, like the ones we've had this year, is when you do crash, because you're going so fast, the bike will roll a really, really long way. And you're basically almost guaranteed to get some sort of cuts anytime you go down, because the bike just rolls miles off the track. Cannot get the downside of that triple right though. I'm either over jumping it or come up a little bit short. Oh, there was a different braking bump there. I'll come down here a bit too fast. Oh. I pre-jumped down that hill. I didn't mean to. I landed slightly further right than I normally do. Oh shit. Oh, front end missed the drop. Entirely, I just gone out the front. Oh, they did both get a really good start. I mean, I couldn't be happier where I am on the track right now, to be honest. I'm behind all the boys that usually beat me anyway, and I got a hell of a stinky first corner. Oh, there we go. It was a nice downside. I think I'm one of the... Oh my god. I thought I was gone. I thought I was over the bars. I'm one of the only people going around the outside there, but I really haven't tried the inside much. That was a big error on my behalf. I think that outside before the second set of rollers is going to go away within the next 10 minutes or so. Just on the exit it's going a bit deep, so it might be worth going in the middle rut and then drifting out wide rather than holding the outside the entire way. Let me try it. I'm too fast. I'm too fast. Oh, tiptoe. Oh. Yeah, there's one or two like very steep braking bumps down there that upset the bike. I don't even think it's worth trying to send it for the tiny bit of time that you'll gain. There's currently a three-way battle going on for E5. Everybody is on top of each other. It was all like within a second. Oh, away from the shark fin, thank you. I'm going to experiment this lap. I think going middle here and then drifting out on the exit might be the play as the outside starts going away. Well, actually, isn't... Can anybody do some research for me to find out who number 10 is? I want to say it's someone like Pumpakasu. In which case, Pumpakasu is very, very quick, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does catch up and pass me at some point during this. He gained about a second on me last lap. I did see him typing in aerial earlier. I think he's been gone for a little bit. Oh. Ooh. Discord name Nugget. I've got no idea who that is. Oh shit. Oh god. I need to start checking up before I step off that, because you're basically landing into the bumps, so I need to get rid of my speed before I start stepping down. TJ said I'm out. Oh shit, yeah, he's just made the pass, hasn't he? Oh, it's Aqua, is it? Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen Aqua ride a 450 very often. It's nice to see. Yeah, he's gaining on me very quickly. Steiner's back there, he's making time up as well. I mean, I'm not about to start pushing or changing what I'm doing. If they catch up and pass me, so be it, but I'm happily just riding around doing my race. Track is definitely not going away as I would have expected it to. Lapper's going to be like today. What the fuck is going on? Why are these two trying to punt each other? Pumpakasu and... don't know who the other one is, but we got two lappers there intentionally trying to take each other out. That's great. I know that I moan a lot. And people say, oh, I've got an ego. Pumpakasu has the most fragile ego ever. Because he's just disgustingly fast and alert, but if something starts going his, like, not his way in a race, he just loses his head completely. And I swear he's only just come back from being banned for something. So he might be gone forever. No idea. Yeah, it's getting pretty horrible on that outside. Yeah, Cam had a disgusting amount of cuts earlier on. I want to say he's got something like 8 seconds. So he's a long way up the road from me. So Aqua's made some mistakes, but... fuck. Oh, Steiner's on a mission at the moment, by the looks of it. He's gaining a lot of time. I think I'm probably going to have a second of cuts after that mistake. I've turned off my Max HUD map today. See if it makes me stop looking around quite as much at who's where on the track. It seems to be helping so far. Oh. There's a random hole that spawned on the left side of that takeoff. Yeah, I did get cuts for it. Very frustrating. No time was gained. Breezy's having a very good race. He's in 6th right now. Me sushi. Gonna have some more cuts from that, unfortunately. Oh, W lapper. Aware straight away. We love that from Durgy. Or Durgy. I never know which way to pronounce it. I think Durgy was the one that rocks around in our public lobbies that we do on the 252 show. And he always hits the big bark. Big zoomage. raw pace of these front three is pretty disgusting, to be honest. Because I've avoided saying anything from now, but I've been thinking to myself like the last 5 laps. I haven't crashed yet, other than turn 1, which I don't think I can really blame on myself. I was just getting carried. I've gone off the track a couple of times, but I have not fallen off the bike once this race, and we are almost at the end of it, and I am still basically 40 seconds behind. So the pace at the front is just unreal. I need to know what flavour G Fuel we're snorting before these races. I need to get onto the system, onto the programme. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. God damn it. That was a really, really good crash, all things considered, for crashing at the bottom of that hill. The bike could have cartwheeled for ages there. I'm in such a no man's land right now. I don't understand how I can qualify 10th, but be sat in 4th, which is good to begin with, but then be 10 seconds behind the guy in front, 20 seconds in front of the guy behind me, but then 42 seconds in front of the guy behind that. It's so weird. I think it's because my race pace is like 2 seconds slower than my qualifying, so I can do it almost every lap. Whereas the people that qualify faster, their race pace is like 4-5 seconds slower. So I end up being in like a net positive, so to speak. Will we run out of fuel again today is the question. I've got, I think, I want to say like 3 seconds of cuts this race. Don't know why I'm in 4th gear, but we'll run with it. That's what you don't want to have happen, but my god, I took my time more there and I still ate shit, so I think I'm going to start going further towards the middle of the track rather than to that far left. Because we could have just got to a point now where, I mean, you know how the tyres are in the road on this game, it just causes potholes to form. So there could be one on that one particular bump that I've been hitting all race. But it seems like it never slowly progresses. It goes from 0 to 100, where I've been final race down it and now just instantly ejected over the bars. The first time I done it, I thought, oh, it's just a fluke, just a bad line, but yeah, twice in a row. I think we're gonna switch that up a little bit now. I don't think even slowing down around the outside would help me at all. I think it's just how bad it's got now. This outside here is starting to get a bit sketchy as well. The rut's getting super narrow about halfway through. Annoyingly, there's a chance I could have caught up with Tyler if I haven't had them 2 crashes plus cuts, because Tyler's been falling off on the back half of this motor. He's done the same thing at Redbud Moto 1 as well. I don't know if he's just not vibing with the road. And if I stay away from that one, there we go, one particular bump. Oh no, the man that got the whole shot. He's rocking around in 24th. Right. Oh! That was a really weird one. My front end just disappeared from me. Last lap. I think that's Steiner on my cheeks, but I also believe he's got more cuts than I do, so I don't mind him going by. Depends how aggressive he wants to make the pass, though. Because he'll know. He tried Agada last year. He knew he was down on cuts, then tried making a super aggressive, oh my god, pass. Nothing wrong with it, to be fair. The game is the game. That was a shit run. Lock in, Linda. I just have to finish this lap. I would like a 4th. Got a bit of time. It's fine. I think I jinxed myself as well. That's why I wasn't saying anything about not crashing. Because then I've crashed, was it 3 times since then? Oh, loads of time. We will... Yeah, we'll take a P4. Especially after being down in turn 1. Lovely stuff. Yeet. A little bit of a lonely race, though. There wasn't really going around anybody the entire time. Thought the 450 Hondas weren't super competitive. They're not. Yeah, I don't think there's a single person in here on a Honda. Some of the Moto Academy boys, so like Cam, for example, maybe Steiner as well, if you're watching their POV, they're on model swaps. So they're both on Fantics at the moment, and they're not on Hondas. If you're watching it from Cupcake stream, and you see like the little red marker next to their name on time and scoring, that's because I believe the Fantic is red as well. Glad to see the whole track being used. We can't talk about that. We can't. It'll be seen as being negative. The YouTube comments won't like it. That was race 1. So best of the rest is how it goes. Had to push up Mount Martin lap 1. I was 38 seconds in last. Oh shit, can you not get going again if you crash? That's a good point. Yeah, if you did you crash after the triple, Aiden? Like after the single, after the triple? I'm on the Yamaha at the moment. I was tempted to ride the banana bike today, but if I did, I would probably be around like 8th place in that race, looking at the timing. Like, it is a big disadvantage that you put yourself at. I only had 0.75 litres of fuel left, so we was cutting it close again. Got a tiny bit more in case I do have to end up running one more lap. So apparently we've got a 15-minute break now between motos. I just got 27 seconds of cuts. That's pretty gross. This is insane to me. When you've just had Rex, who's like, he won that race, he beat me by a minute, and he's just going off at the lappers. I was like, you've won, like it's fine. We are gonna try a little sneaky for the next one. I thought I rode okay. I only started crashing once I said that I wasn't crashing. So yeah, I think I went all the way through to like the 27-ish minute mark without falling off the bike, which is always a positive thing. It's only turn 1, but again, I know you can't see it on my screen, but you know that feeling when you feel like you can feel someone basically on the inside, like just behind you, moving you and ramming you. Like I couldn't physically turn right anymore because I was getting carried. I have no idea what points look like. I've kind of been... I think I stopped looking after round 3. Where do I find them? I imagine I'm down horrendous after last week's running out of fuel. So... we have got Rax 16 ahead of Cam, 40 ahead of Tyler, 16 ahead of me, and then I'm basically 60 ahead of Jake. So just as that last race went, I am in an incredibly lonely P4. And this seems to be the common theme, is these 3 just fuck off and disappear and beat everybody by 30 seconds to a minute. And then I'm just kind of left by myself. And then you've got another gap behind me to everybody else in the lobby. Very interesting. Hello, Chase. I ended up 4th in that moto, but from like a riding perspective, it went pretty well. I've just messaged you back on Discord, Horror. Thoughts on the track? Better than last week. Still very, very one-lined. So there's a bit of... I thought my game was going to crash then. I just hit an object. It's very, very one-line still. It's not everywhere, but in a lot of corners it is rowdy outside. I mean, you can see just by this corner here, for example, nobody's touched that inside. It's just row this as hard as you can do. I'm hoping that throughout Moto 2 that might change a little bit. I think the track's starting to go away. Like the far left on this downhill started to completely disappear. Which bump? I think it's this bump here. I hit twice and it just fully yeeted me over the handlebars in a row. There's not too... I mean, you can see by where the tyres have been, there's not too much differentiation where everybody's going on the track. So a bit better than last week. It's definitely rougher in more places than Redbud was rough. Is it an ideal race? Keyword, racetrack? Probably not. Is it a fun track in general outside of competitive stuff? Yeah, I'd say so. It's fairly fun. Bring back Linduck. There you go. I moved Linduck because if I have my microphone arm like this, like I usually do, you've got the shadow like on this side of my face. Whereas if I put it at a different angle like this, the shadow's not there anymore. The only downside is there is no linduck. Unless I squeeze his arse inside here. There we go. Tracks are awful, bring back GPs. I do think from a racing perspective, the GP tracks were much better. But then I also have to try and understand that these tracks aren't made for the racers. Even though they're called 2025 Aerial blah 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 blah. They are made for the general community at the moment. Which as a racer is obviously very frustrating, but I guess it's also... I don't know if selfish is the right word. Like wanting the tracks to be made for us. I don't know, I'm not going to get into it. There's no point. I do think the scaling on this track feels quite small. Track feels fairly narrow in places and you have to just scrub the shit out of every jump, but I know that the scaling is exactly the same, it's just the track layout that makes it feel that way. Yeah, Cam, we're gonna need you to stay on track for the first 2 or 3 laps, and then you wouldn't have all of them cuts at the beginning. If you backed it off by half a second a lap, the opening few laps, and stayed on the track, you would be in like a net positive because of it. No, the reason at the moment that the tracks are being made for the masses, not just for the pros, is it's just been straight out said it's to get as many people to download it as possible. So obviously it's not just pros in the community, pros make up maybe 5%, so they're going to have a lot more casual downloads to download it. But the reason for that is to then go into funding to help with motocross the game as well. But that's not even, like, me guess it. There's an invisible barrier right here. That's not even just guesswork, that's straight out basically what Stone Rider has said. So if we end up getting a better MTG product because of a bad year of aerial tracks, then I actually don't mind it as much. Do I put in the clutch when I change gear? Only on the old RM125 with basically slick tyres on, Mr. Gammy boy. Let's hope that we don't go down in turn 1 again this time. We'll see what start gate I end up with. I doubt that it's an artistic choice that they've made to make half the start gate sand and half of them soft soil, because apparently it was the same on last year's track, and I believe they do use last year's as a base and then update it as necessary. But that is a wild oversight. Like the whole shot that AL had in that middle gate was nuts. Have we got the old swamp monster in here still? Does he still chill in the middle of the track? I haven't paid attention, I haven't tried looking. No, don't see him anywhere. That's a shame. He was a staple. Unless he's lurking over here. I don't see him. It's the opposite way around HM. The far left isn't sand. Or do you mean like the far right? I'm pretty sure everything from gates... If we're looking at the gates normally, from the far right, 19 gates to the left is sand, and then everything from that 19th gate all the way to gate 40 on the far left is soft soil. We'll do a little test again. This is all sand. All sand. All sand. Stops. No, that's sand. 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 Stops. So basically right here where my bike is where it becomes soft soil. Thank you, Harrison. I've selected a gate further towards the left, so I'll see if I get one. But because I qualified 10th, I don't have a very good like gate priority. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's a combination. Like the overall game, so bikes, tyres, game physics combined, allow you to go too fast, which is what makes us go this fast on a lot of the tracks anyway. I am happy with my decision to make second gear a little bit shorter though, which we did after qualifying. That definitely helps at the top half of Mount Martin. Track is in both the title of the stream and the thumbnail of the stream and the description of the stream. I have just had the very sudden urge to have a big old dookie. I have a feeling they said 15-minute break, we're currently 13 minutes deep into it. I guarantee as soon as I get out of this chair the race would probably start. So I am now going to try and hold it for the next 40 minutes until the end of Moto 2 is done. Oh no, this is just like at Millville, they have their own like private track at the top for the Martin boys. If I jump down the hill, we go on the actual track. Also, I've tried changing my diet recently. When I say recently, like the last 8 days. And the frequency of toilet trips has gone through the roof. I've been drinking 1 of these a day. This is 1.5 litres. I don't know if Americans use litres or if you use, like, I don't know, hawk urine as measurements. But I've been trying to drink 1 of these a day. Haven't been eating any shit. And the consistency of or the frequency and the ease of the toilet trips has been very good. There's just a lot of them. I'm just running normal setup for today. I'm using Rax's normal setup, funnily enough, so that goes to show that it's purely a skill issue on my behalf because he beat me by a minute using the same thing. Oh, they have gallons. Yeah, I need to pee a hell of a lot at the moment. And the one that comes out the other end of the body, or the other side of the body, is a lot easier in nature. However, because of the amount of protein that's been going in me, tend to be a lot girthier of a passing. I even ordered some like vitamin D supplements and stuff like that. And greens from Ghost, just various things I know for a fact that I'm not getting. I mean, I get no vitamin D, I don't step foot outside the house, so get some of that in me. Oh yeah. There have been 0 sharks in my gaming chair. Yet. Yet. Keyword. That could change. Alright, let's have a test. Normal start gate. Okay. What technique do we use out the gate, normally? Because I have no idea. What's Shugle predictions? I always just predict the same thing, to be fair. I just think it's going to be a Jet and a Deegan win every single time. Just because that's the most likely outcome. When that changes, I'm usually quite happy. I like when Jet decides to tuck the front on lap 1 of Motos, so it makes for a more interesting race watching him come back through. No, it's only a Linda launch if you're doing it for the gate drop. I'm purely spinning the back wheel now to test to see if I am on soft soil or sand. And we're on soft soil again, okay. We'll see how this goes. The only downside is there's a lot of people to the inside here that will probably get a better jump. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, today could be the day. Right. Moto 2. Big fan of how my rider's fingers go through the front brake there. Also a big fan of my clutch lever being a different colour than my brake lever. BP. What's going on here? What are you playing at? About to get destroyed! Oh, my bumhole's puckered! We're alive. We're about to not be alive. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, we're sliding. Oh, Mike, where's that bike gone? We're alive. I feel like Mally just completely cut the track there, but you know what? Doesn't affect me directly. Oh, there you go, there's karma for him cutting the track. Well, better start than last race, eh? Don't know why the heart rate's a bit higher than usual. Let's try and calm it down. Holy shit. He just sent it to the bottom. I'm so surprised he stayed up on 2 wheels. What the oh my god. I get so scared when people that I lap end up getting starts in front of me, because like... What is going on? We got people cutting the track and all sorts. Holy shit. Okay, there's a low line on the far right, which I shall be taking from now on. Okay, right, we're down. We're past the sketchy geezer. We can carry on with the rest of it now. I'm liking Tyler's line choices, staying just outside of some of the ruts. I'm gonna have to try and pick up on some of this. He says as he goes through the bumpiest part of the straight, Jesus. Got Wild Steiner out in front. See if Steiner can hold on to that for a while. I was going middle here as well. I like that, I like that. Oh, these boys are just sending it there. I didn't stay low there at all. I don't know if he just scrubbed the shit out of it last lap, or if he found, like, the sweet spot. Oh, Steiner's down. Ooh. The only thing is I'm not faster than either than these boys in front of me. Oh, I thought Tyler was going in for the kill. Getting a bunch of yellow flags on my screen for some reason, and I can guarantee there's nobody down in front of me. Outside is getting tricky. I was going to get a massive rebound there. Jesus Christ, these two are just in each other. Holy. They've definitely, like, bumped into the side of each other at least 3 times over the last lap. I don't know how nobody's gone flying. Technically in the lead right now. Gotta be one of the most frustrating things about these tyres is when the back end or front end tracks through a rut fire and the back end just skates around the outside of it. Well, look how much time I lost just from losing all my momentum there. Crazy work. Oh no, he's going inside, okay. Yeah, I know Tyler's quicker, so there's only so much point in trying to hold on. We got a bit far there. Still technically in first after cuts. You're getting really bad runs out of it. You motherfucker. Ah! It's playing alright up to there. Not too shabby. Oh my god. I'm starting to get that horrible, like, pogo effect on some of these braking bumps, which I'm guessing is just a setup-related thing. Where it's like your front end will hit a braking bump so hard it'll ping back up, but then miss a couple, so it's like you're a passenger into the corner. Ah. Fucking front end just goes and you can't do anything about it. Because we're going so fucking fast, you can't make any sort of corrections. If you crash, you crash. Well, that start leading now to loads and loads of mistakes. Need to try and lock in again. Okay. We like that. Fuck me, when you lose momentum in sand, it's painful. Cam's coming as well right now. He's gaining like 2 seconds a lap on me. I've been keeping an eye on the timing. I left him room there, so I'm hoping that he crashed from himself and not through bad net code. The road has made this track so much better. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking state of these holes that form is ridiculous. How many seconds cuts you reckon we're getting off of that now? So that crash not only cost me 8 seconds, I'm also going to get a disgusting amount of cuts from it as well, so probably like 10, maybe 11 seconds from that one little yard yeet over the bars. Painful. Lapper, so that doesn't matter at all. Fuck's sake. trying to go down so carefully. Ah. Get hit by the old surprise crater. I mean, I guess we don't need many braking bumps with the way that these tyres form fucking potholes in the middle of the track. Jesus! Ah! They just kind of jump up and bite you in the arse. I don't know if there's a suspension in the world that can stop that from happening. You motherfucker. Yep, oh, that's my race done, because you can't fucking turn around and get going again, it. What a sick way to make a rut. Let's just lead it off the edge of the track. I thought, hang on, let me try and do the smart thing. Let me change the lines a little bit, because the outside's getting a bit boof. Nope! Lead me off into the abyss, down into the trenches. So, gone from what could be a potential second to now probably a fifth, just from... I don't even know what to call it. Last lap now as well. God, that's so frustrating, man. So fucking frustrating. This is why I try not to care too much, because as soon as I have a race that's going well, and it starts going wrong, I get really pissy with it. Whereas if it's just been a shit show from start to finish, it's kind of like, eh, it is what it is. Rax on cuts. Rax's last lap was 4 seconds quicker than my last lap, by the way. I believe I have just gone 4-4 for 5th overall. What a very interesting day of riding. Yeah, pretty sure that's 4-4 for 5th. Do I ever use a two-stroke? Not in aerial races. I done one for Washougal last year. But they're just far too slow. They're not competitive at all. Yeah, 4-4. 5th overall. Best of the rest. I thought for the first... Let's say like the first 15 minutes of that race. I thought that went really, really well. And then I just started making a bunch of stupid mistakes. The things that really get under my skin, which I think is slightly fixed if you download the low-resolution version of the track, because you can see more. But I refuse to download low-res for the stream, because it just looks dog shit quality compared to the high-res track. The only time it really gets me is these potholes that these tyres make. I don't know about you, I can't see how deep those holes are in front of me right here. Because it's just like pure black. Like there's not enough definition to it. And this is like hitting a fucking brick wall here, like it's like massive. That sent me over the bars. But they just kind of appear out of nowhere. It doesn't feel like there's a progressive erode. It feels like bit trench. No, I don't want to turn off the shaders or anything. I don't want to have to basically play Counter-Strike where I have to make my game look like dog shit to get a competitive advantage. So I'll tough it out with what I'm doing right now. I'm just letting you know, sometimes holes appear that I generally just can't see. But overall, not too bad. But yeah, 4-4 for 5th overall. Because Steiner's 5-3 beats my 4-4. Rax's 1-5 beats my 4-4. Tyler's 3-1 beats my 4-4. And Cam's 2-2 beats my 4-4. So, yeah, 4-4 for 5th overall. I thought as far as actual, like, riding goes and speed, that was a bit better. Maybe having a bit of time off the games helped me, because the only time I've played so far this week was to get the DDC video done, and then to get the Triple Crown Series video done. I've not touched the game outside of that. So in this week particularly, I've probably spent, in terms of actual time playing the game, hour and a half maybe, maximum, maybe an hour. So that's pretty good. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Where are we at next week? We're at Washougal next week, which, whilst we're on the topic of high resolution being a disadvantage and shaders being a disadvantage, Washougal is probably one of the worst tracks for it. So I am genuinely tempted to turn the flashlight on during Washougal race. I just don't want the bright bits of the track to be too bright, if you know what I'm saying. Tyler would get the overall over Cam there. So it'd be, yeah, Tyler, Cam, then Rax, I think. I think a 5-1 beats a... Yeah, a 1-5 beats a 5-3. So, and then Steiner and then me. But if I... Let me sit here. If I turn that flashlight on... It's not that button. I mean... That looks pretty good! I can actually see that now. How bright is it in the bright bits? Oh, it doesn't actually change... Oh, actually, I don't know. That is almost too bright in the bright bits. What about through here? Because you can't really see much through these trees either. Ooh! Oh, I'm not going to lie, gamers. I can see a lot more in these sections. I can actually see the bottoms of these bumps. That's pretty good. Well, as we're coming down the hill. I mean, we might have to do it. That is a lot easier to see just how deep the ruts are. Because I'm going through some of these and I'm just kind of hoping and praying that it goes well. So funny that you can get away with just sending stuff like that to flat. That's something that I don't think you'll be able to get away with in MTG. I think you'll be penalised with that whole stamina system for doing that. I can definitely see certain parts better. Like this far outside here was a bit tricky as well, because the road basically just turns pure black. That is much easier to see. I'd like it to be a little bit higher up, because it feels a bit low on the screen right now. I want to be able to look ahead a bit more, so I might have to fiddle around with the settings a little bit. But that could be the strategy for next week, because last year I decided to do what everybody else does and turn all their shadows off, and I got nothing but shit for doing it, because it was me. But everybody else can do it and it's fine, but just because I did it, it's an issue. So this year we might have to resort to the old flashlight. Well, overall, I think that's a better week of riding than last week. Definitely riding better than last week as well. So yeah, hope that you boys have a good time in NA later on. And which setting's my actual on setting? I think it's this one. And enjoy your weekend as well, if I don't do any streaming over the weekend. I think I want to spend a bit of time with Linda tomorrow, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, have a good day, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hopefully it's been a little bit more positive. I know I still moan a little bit, but that's just because, you know, passionate gamer, and I want to do well, and sometimes it doesn't always go to plan. But we can take some positives out of that overall. But enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for watching, and I will see you